Hey, every pony! Sorry for this video being a little late. I had to work out some deals with Twilight. She's agreed to let me stay and do my shows in the castle, provided I pay her rent, and name her executive producer on my shows, and clean the tall windows. Yeah, the last guy she hired to do it didn't do a good job. Which brings us to this episode and Zephyr Breeze himself. And what I have to say about him is, yeah, he's kind of a freeloading douche, isn't he? Taking advantage of his parents, who are even more timid than Fluttershy, apparently. Yeah, at least we know where she gets it from, although apparently she's the more bold of them. That did give me a good laugh. In fact, Fluttershy's expressions and performance was exactly what I wanted to see out of this episode. I'm sure there are some who find it weird that she can be so outspoken towards her brother, whereas every other chance she's very timid and weak and shrinks back. But that's what family does. You act different around them than you do your friends or other people you know. So, yes, I can totally see Fluttershy being the one to stand up to her little brother. Well, little as in younger, as that guy was really lanky and tall. But I'm glad we're getting some different body styles in the show. Plus that man bun and that stubble. I feel like maybe they're trying to hit at a certain group of people. Or just hitting the stereotype that this is what these kind of freeloaders are like. Which I suppose is a bit cheap, but it doesn't feel hurtful or spiteful. It just feels like a visual shortcut to show that this guy is kind of, well, a jerk. And definitely a freeloader, which, wow, I never thought we'd see that in this show. But again, that's what I like about it. They keep throwing things at us we wouldn't expect. Plus, it is a good example of how to deal with family members like this. Sometimes you just gotta put your hoof down and say, no, get out of the house, get a job, do something with your life. And I can see where he's coming from a bit with the fear of failure. Trust me, I live with that every day, but I still went out and did something. You can't let fear stop you from trying anything. And the fact that this lesson comes from Fluttershy of all ponies makes it all the stronger. Because Season 1 Fluttershy was like that. She let fear stop her from doing practically anything at all. I remember Dragonshy, where she froze up at just hearing the dragon's snores. And yet, that same mare is telling her brother not to be afraid to try things. That shows a great character growth that I think could only come from the last 5 seasons of experience she's had. Plus, again, it's just really amusing to see her flustered and frustrated. And extra points go to Andrea Lieberman for being able to pull that off while still keeping the Fluttershy voice. I also really liked Rainbow's inclusion here because it shows that they are indeed childhood friends. And Zephyr's constant hating on her brought out some really great expressions from her. Seriously, I think she's really trying to win Best Face this season, with so many to choose from just from this episode alone. Of course, Fluttershy could give her a run for her money too. Well, the downside of that is I don't like how they talked about Zephyr like he was always there. Again, the show seems to have a slight problem introducing family members. It constantly reeks of always remember the new guy. But that's really a minor nitpick. A bigger one would be that we never got Fluttershy's parents' names. They're just Mr. and Mrs. Shy. What is it with the series and not giving parents names? We only know Twilight's parents' names from the comics and cards. Officially, they're still just known as Mr. and Mrs. Sparkle. Come on guys, you gotta fix that. Give these ponies some names. And do something with Rainbow's dad, because at this point, he's the only one of the main 6 parents we haven't actually met. I don't know, maybe next season, which hopefully there will be one. Other than that, I'm not sure what else I can say that would be appropriate for this video. Given his personality, I'm not really sure how popular Zephyr's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be more popular to give the guy crap, like the fandom does with Flash Sentry. But hey, at least he did something to earn that score, unlike Flash, who just exists. Still, hopefully that spontaneous song helped him turn his life around. Seriously, I think even Rainbow was surprised by that. But of course, she quickly joined in, because in MLP, songs solve everything. At least I hope so. I guess we'll have to see if they come back to Fluttershy's brother at some point in the future. But until then, I'll just be here to share more of my pony thoughts.